And welcome to yet another episode of Chintasaala, a blended learning platform. In this video, we are going to discuss about an important and interesting topic, communication shutdown. What is communication shutdown? Yes, it's a shutdown. Yeah, it stops the communication, right? A communication shutdown refers to a situation where an individual or group ceases or significantly reduces their communication. This can happen in various contexts and can be due to varieties of reasons, including emotional, psychological, or situational factors. Certain statements or types of communication can lead to communication shutdown where one or more parties withdraw from their communication. This can be due to emotional impact of the words used, the way the communication is delivered, or underlying relational dynamics. The recipient may feel hurt, devalues, or attacked, leading to shut down emotionally and withdraw from the conversation. The recipient might become defensive, leading to further conflict and reduced willingness to communicate openly. On the other hand, repeated negative interactions can erode trust, making future communication more difficult. The individual might start avoiding conversations or interaction with the persons who made the hurtful statements. Now, let us see what are the different types of statements that leading to communication shutdown. First one, sarcastic or mocking statements. Sometimes during the conversation, we say, "Oh, great job as usual." Another statement, "Yeah, right, like you care." These sarcastic or mocking statements lead to communication shutdown. The second category, negative comparisons. Quite often we see during the communication, why can't you be more like someone else? Or other people manage just fine. Why can't you? These also lead to communication shutdown. The third category, critical or judgmental. We see certain conversations lead to communication shutdown being critical or judgmental, like you always mess things up. Why can't you ever do anything right? Isn't it? The next type of statement is invalidating feelings. Sometimes invalidating feelings also lead to communication shutdown, like you shouldn't feel that way, or there's no reason to be upset. The next category is blaming and accusatory, like this is your fault, or another statement like you are the reason everything goes wrong. These statements also lead to communication shutdown. The next category, ultimatums and threats. Like if you say, if you don't do this, we were done. Do this or else. The next category, dismissive or minimizing. Like you are overreacting. It's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. And the final category, it is stonewalling or silence. This certainly one of the reasons that the communication or the conversation leads to communication shutdown, like ignoring the person completely or giving one word responses or non-verbal cues indicating disinterest during the communication. So these are some of the situations or some of the kind of statements that lead to communication shutdown. For example, first one, sarcastic or mocking statements, negative comparisons, critical or judgmental, invalidating feelings, blaming and accusatory, dismissive or minimizing, ultimatums and threats, and finally the silence, that stonewalling or silence. Now let us see how can we prevent this communication shutdown. During the conversation, if you show that you are listening and understanding the other person's perspective, like it sounds like you are saying, I hear, let's find a solution together. These kind of statements might lead to break the communication shutdown or prevent the communication shutdown. The other one, acknowledge the other person's emotions and experiences. Like if we say during the communication where we feel that it is going to communication shutdown, we can prevent it by saying, I can see why you would feel that way, isn't it? Your other way you can say that your feelings are valid. Another way, you can frame your own concerns from your perspective to reduce defensiveness. Like, I feel hurt when you can mention the reason. Like, I need to talk about. If you say it in this way, there is a tendency to prevent the communication shutdown. Next, shift the focus from blame to finding a solution. This is also one of the ways by which we can reduce or prevent communication shutdown. The next one, maintain a calm tone and show respect even when discussing difficult topics without losing the temper. Listen, respect, and listen, and then respond, which might reduce the tendency to have a communication shutdown. And finally, we have words like always and never make the other person unfairly criticized. So, these are some of the ways by which we can prevent communication shutdown.